Hello, my name is Milana Wolf, and I'm going to be walking you through a few essential components that you'll need for this summer's WYStack program. First up, I'm going to show you Unity, which is a game engine used for creating virtual environments. So you'll see that on my computer screen I have Unity Hub open. I am going to open an example project and demo some key components of Unity. So first I'll create a 3D project and rename it to Demo Project. And then what I'm going to do is link you to some resources that you can use to enhance your knowledge of Unity, because a lot of these tutorials already exist, so it's going to take a second to start. You'll notice that I'm using an older version. This is due to compatibility reasons. Once Unity starts up, you'll see an empty scene. In this scene, you will see that you have a camera and a directional light. You'll see an inspector tab on the right side that's currently blank. You'll see a folder called Assets, and within that, a folder called Scenes at the bottom of the screen, and you'll see your scene view. There's another tab for game view, which is how your scene will appear in the game. Now, if I click on those objects, you can see them highlighted. I'm going to go ahead and left click and add a cube to the scene under 3D objects. You can see that if I click on one of those directional arrows, I can move the cube around the scene. I can also move myself around the scene, and by changing what is selected up at the top left bar, I can rotate the cube. I'm going to go ahead and right-click and create a new folder. And inside that folder, I'm going to create a new C# script. You may or may not work with C# scripts this summer, but they're essential to Unity, and so I figured I would just show them to you. Every script that's created by default inherits from mono behavior and has an update method and a start method. The start method contains code that runs at the beginning of every game, whereas the update method is called every frame. You can add additional methods if they're required. Next, if I click on the cube in the inspector window, you can see that I can add a script to the cube if I want the cube to have certain behaviors, like if I wrote code for the cube to rotate or something of that nature. There are some other components in the inspector tab that you can see with this very basic object, including a transform which dictates position and rotation, the material, so how the cube appears, and a collider which dictates how physics apply to the cube. I'll go ahead and link a more extensive Unity tutorial for your perusal, since I realize this is a very quick overview and not as robust as some of the tutorials already out there.